Good afternoon, class of 2021. As your dean, I am thrilled to join you live and celebrate this milestone with you. You have worked diligently and persevered. The entire college community feels proud to have been part of your academic journey, and we send you our heartfelt congratulations. Today's Convocation celebration will take place in two segments. It includes all the traditional elements of Convocation, along with customized online elements just for you, our grads. I will be here to virtually walk us through the event. First, we will watch our school's official Convocation ceremony. Second, I will invite you to watch your customized graduate slide that can be found on the school's Convocation page, and then invite you to join our post-ceremony receptions where you can reconnect with your faculty and peers. Okay, let's get started. While you watch our school's Convocation ceremony, I encourage you to reflect on your accomplishments that brought you to this today. This ceremony was curated with each of you in mind. The speeches reflect your drive and determination. If able, gather with family and friends, whether it be in person or online, and take it all in. You've graduated. This is for you, class of 2021. After this ceremony is over, I will walk you through the second step of our celebration.
Segu agwegu, deganadasa nianget. Welcome everyone to the Algonquin College Convocation ceremonies. My English name is Ron McClister, and I am the Vice President, Truth, Reconciliation, and Indigenization here at the college. I am also Turtle Clan of the Oneida Nation. As guests, Algonquin College is proud to acknowledge that today's Convocation ceremony is taking place on the unceded and traditional territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. In recognition of this, we will begin today's ceremony with Bear Nation, as they use traditional languages of the Anishinaabe people, and their song will offer encouragement. And of course, the powerful beat of the drum, which always represents the heartbeat of our Mother Earth. Please also visit the main Convocation site to hear from our friend and our elder, Barbara Dumont Hill. Yawanggo Yoyanladi. Good work.
Hello, everyone. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you to the Bear Nation for their performance and celebration of our students. It was a very meaningful and fitting way to begin our ceremony. My name is Chris Jansen, and I am the Senior Vice President Academic at Algonquin College. Today, it is my distinct honor to serve as Master of Ceremony for Algonquin College's 2021 Spring Convocation. First and foremost, I want to welcome our graduates to these important festivities. This is your well-deserved moment. We are gathered remotely to celebrate your tenacity, commitment, and innovation, your many sacrifices, your collective achievements, and success stories. Today, we also welcome all your friends and family members who may be watching this online. We are so thrilled you are able to join us today for this wonderful celebration. This year marks the second time our convocation ceremony is being held remotely. Due to the provincial shutdown and public health advice regarding the coronavirus, large gatherings and events are currently not permitted. As a result, the college is hosting all Algonquin College convocation ceremonies online again this year. This graduating class has already proven how adaptable it is, embracing new approaches to learning, collaborating and socializing, celebrating throughout the pandemic. While we cannot all celebrate in the same physical space, we can all celebrate in the same spirit. Across Ottawa, Pembroke, and Perth, this province, this country, and even abroad, we come together and connect today on this momentous occasion. This online ceremony has been created with you, the graduate, in mind, combining all the traditional aspects that you would have experienced in person, and also an opportunity to connect with your faculty and peers in your program-specific reception following this ceremony. Now, let's get started. Today, you are realizing your dreams and coming to the end of your current academic roads. You are now ready to take new paths and meet the challenges that lay ahead. But if I can offer one piece of advice, it is that lifelong learning remains fundamental to your journeys ahead. As Leonardo da Vinci said, learning is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. I know you leave Algonquin College with many skills and tools you can employ as you continue to learn and grow and make your marks in your chosen fields. At this point, I ask all who are able to please stand and join with our vocalist, Aria Ratanavang, in the singing of our national anthem. Aria is a graduate of the Algonquin College Performing Arts program. Aria?
Thank you. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Aria. I now call upon Claude Brûlé, President and CEO of Algonquin College, to give the President's address. President Brûlé?
Thank you, Chris. Greetings, graduates of 2021. Que bonjour. As your president, I am both humbled and honored to be with you on this happy occasion to celebrate not only your accomplishments, but also your resilience and your determination at this unique time in the history of the college, our country, and indeed the world. Graduates, this is your celebration. Congratulations to each and every one of you. On behalf of the Algonquin College Board of Governors, I want to welcome you, our graduates, your family, friends and guests, as well as our faculty and staff, to our virtual convocation ceremony. While we cannot come together under one roof, we can come together as one college community to recognize the incredible achievements of so many. At this special time, we also want to take the time to recognize and thank the people who supported our graduates along their academic journey. To all the parents, grandparents, friends, mentors who lent a hand or sometimes a shoulder to lean on, dispensed sage advice, or perhaps assisted financially, thank you for your support of our graduates. And I know that our graduates feel the same way too. Navigating the past year has been difficult, and the stories that have emerged are complex. But through the many challenges, we've always been able to rely on our collective strength, sense of optimism, and comfort in the knowledge that we're making progress together. While our journey through this pandemic is not over, we're seeing glimpses of hope on the horizon. Millions of people in different parts of the world and across Canada are being vaccinated, increasing the prospects of hugging our loved ones once again and returning to some degree of normalcy within our communities. Graduates, that same sense of hope surrounds us as we celebrate today with your loved ones, classmates, and mentors. The optimisms we are feeling today can also serve as a powerful motivator in the years ahead, as we begin the enormous task of building a stronger and more equitably distributed economy, a more inclusive and reconciled society, a more sustainable environment. The global recovery that is about to commence will provide you with opportunity not seen in generations. You are the leaders who will take the lessons we've all learned this past year and forge a new path forward. This pandemic has shone a light on the most vulnerable places and people in our society. We know that it has disproportionately affected women, Indigenous communities, people of color, the elderly, and the impoverished. And we've also been confronted this past year with harsh truth and realities of racism and injustices past and present that many of us have not yet fully appreciated or understood, let alone take concrete steps to address, either in our own individual ways or collectively. The opportunity to address these shortcomings and build a society based on respect and caring lies before all of us, and now includes you. You are equipped to do this important work thanks in part to the sacrifices that you've made over the last year and the education and training you have received. You are now prepared to seize these new opportunities because you have learned to work effectively in volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous time. As you prepare to unleash your potential during these great times of uncertainty, you can take comfort in knowing that you are not alone. Not only do you have family and friends from which you can draw great strength, but you are now part of an extended family of over 200,000 Algonquin College alumni. I encourage you to explore the many opportunities our Alumni and Friends Network now offer you to stay connected. The college community has so many reasons to be inspired and proud. With your indulgence, I will highlight 2 inspiring stories of graduates who are lending their skills to make a difference on the front line and help with the recovery. Take Luciana Vieira, a graduate of Algonquin's 1999 Practical Nursing Program, who is now general manager at a retirement home in North York. She left her young daughter in the care of her grandmother and moved into the retirement home full-time because the need to support the residents and her team was so critical. And Ali Visser, a recent graduate of the Personal Support Worker Program. She had just finished her training at Algonquin College when she was immediately hired at the Osgood Care Center, where she joined her mom, Jackie, a veteran personal support worker, to provide care to residents during the most dire days of the pandemic. Ali and Luciana both exemplified a willingness to put the good of the community ahead of self-interest. These values will continue to form the cornerstone of our recovery from this pandemic. And today, you are ready to step forth and play your part in this incredible story. And speaking of stories, it's no secret that I'm a big fan of the author Neil Gaiman. And I'd like to borrow what I think are appropriate quotes for today's celebration. If you dare nothing, then when the day is over, nothing is all that you will have gained. And that which is dreamt can never be lost, can never be undreamt. Now more than ever, graduates, the world needs you to be bold. Dare yourself to dream big dreams. I encourage you to take those dreams and be fearless in making them come true. Let the abundance of opportunity that surrounds you and your desire to succeed be what defines you. Take pride in the strength and resolve that have helped carry you to this day, and let it light your path as you set forward on this coming journey. Congratulations, graduates, and best wishes on your continued success. Miigwech, thank you, merci.
Thank you, President Brule, for your thoughtful remarks and words of wisdom to the graduates. We will now proceed with the conferral of an honorary degree. The college awards honorary degrees on occasion to acknowledge exemplary achievement in education, industry, community service, or other areas of leadership in our society. This honor is bestowed upon individuals who have made a difference in the lives of our students, our college, and our country. Individuals who share the college's values of caring, learning, integrity, and respect, and who serve as shining examples of what is possible when one is committed to the betterment of our community and our world. President Brule, members of the Board of Governors, graduates, families, and friends, I am honored to present an individual who represents the passion, heart, and determination of Algonquin College, Dr. Vera Etches. Dr. Etches is the Medical Officer of Health for Ottawa Public Health, a role that has made her one of the most familiar faces in Ottawa's civic leadership during the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Etches joined OPH in 2009 as Associate Medical Officer of Health after 4 years with the Sudbury and District Health Unit. There she served as Associate Medical Officer of Health, Acting Medical Officer of Health, and Director of Clinical Services. She was promoted to Deputy Medical Officer of Health in 2014. Her work in Ottawa has involved managing clinical services devoted to the prevention and treatment of dental health issues, sexually transmitted infections, and blood-borne illnesses. She has played a critical role in outbreak management when H1N1 was declared a pandemic just months after she was hired, and managing the opioid crisis. She has also worked on important areas including health promotion and disease prevention, program evaluation, and more. She was appointed Medical Officer for Health for OPH, becoming the first woman to hold this title in April of 2018. The daughter of 2 medical doctors and the eldest of 4 siblings, Dr. Etches grew up in Hazelton in northern British Columbia, where her parents worked at the local hospital. She enrolled in Simon Fraser University at 16 and completed a Bachelor of Science degree before completing a medical doctorate at the University of British Columbia. While at UBC, she took an elective in Malawi, where she witnessed the crucial role of public health in a population ravaged by poverty and disease. She reconsidered her goal to go into family practice and went on to complete a Master's of Health Science and a fellowship in community medicine at the University of Toronto. Dr. Etches' leadership at OPH has been of critical importance since the declaration of the global pandemic in March of 2020. In the months that followed, she has regularly informed and reassured Ottawans through the highs and lows of the crisis. She has consistently encouraged them to play their part in flattening the curve and prevent the health system from being overwhelmed. Throughout the pandemic, Dr. Etches has worked to weigh the dangers of public activity during the pandemic against the mental health needs of Ottawa's citizens and worked to establish a balance between the two. All the while, she has led Ottawa Public Health's essential work on testing, contact management, and reducing outbreaks in long-term care and industrial settings. Mr. President, members of the Board of Governors, graduates, guests, I am pleased to present the 2021 honorary degree recipient, Dr. Vera Etches. By the authority of the Board of Governors and on behalf of President Brule, Algonquin College is pleased to confer upon you one of its highest honors, that of honorary degree. Algonquin College is proud to bestow Dr. Vera Etches with an honorary degree for her career in public health service and for helping guide our city during COVID-19 with such remarkable empathy, honesty, steadiness, and compassion. Dr. Etches, I now invite you to give your speech.
Thank you, Chris. Board of Governors, President Brulé, Vice Presidents, faculty, staff, and graduates, I am so grateful to the Algonquin College Board of Governors for presenting me with an honorary Bachelor of Applied Studies on behalf of the Faculty of Health, Public Safety, and Community Studies. Being recognized by an institution that inspires me with its leadership in developing new and relevant initiatives to support the health of the population feels very special. Algonquin people are improving the well-being of the college community, the city of Ottawa, and beyond. And it's also my pleasure to be able to bring greetings and congratulations to the faculty's graduating class of 2021. Now, I imagine your graduation ceremony is a little different from how you imagined it would be when you started your studies. The memory of this day will last, not only because of the strangeness of graduating in a pandemic, but because this is your transition from student to qualified practitioner. You are motivated to learn, to contribute to the health or public safety sectors, and now you'll be able to apply your knowledge to improve our community. This past year has been incredibly challenging. It's pushed us beyond limits we thought we had and in ways that we could not have imagined. It's also shown us the strengths that we have as individuals, as institutions, as communities, and as leaders. We've had to be courageous. We've learned to see injustices more starkly. And we found ways to do things differently, in some ways better. Every day, I'm inspired by people in Ottawa who have adjusted their behaviors to be COVID-wise and to care for others. I'm inspired by today's graduating classes, by you, for finding a way to complete your studies without the usual supports in place. Many of you had to juggle studies, different ways of working, or loss of employment, and online school for children at the same time. We know we can do hard things, and we're not alone. And we know we will see better days. Each of you will be part of these better days. And I hope that you continue to support each other through your transition to work. Peer support can be so helpful. And I also know that making time to care for yourself will enable you to better care for others. Keep your own well-being as a priority. I am motivated each day by the need to create environments where all people have fair opportunities for health. And as each of you embark on your new careers, keeping in mind what motivated you to start down this path and pursuing what you are passionate about, it will support your meaningful contributions and it will be a guide for decisions through the tougher times. Your ideas about how to improve the health, safety, and well-being of our community are needed. You will shape our post-pandemic community. So today, we're recognizing your hard work, and I look forward to seeing how you will transform services into a brighter future. Félicitations à la classe de 2021. Thank you, merci, and miigwech.
Thank you. It is now my great pleasure to introduce Laura Stambra, Vice President, Student Services, who will introduce today's valedictorian. Laura?
Thank you, Chris. It's my great pleasure today to introduce what is the highlight of every convocation ceremony, the time-honored valedictorian's address. Inspiring, funny, hopeful, and emotional, these farewell addresses from a classmate to their peers are particularly poignant during these challenging times. While today's address cannot be delivered in person this year, it has been crafted specifically for you with the same care and attention as always. A personal message exploring the connections between our graduates means so much more in this unprecedented year. A year where we were all challenged to connect in new ways with everyone. Graduates, you've endured so much together and made so many unique sacrifices. I want to take this opportunity to thank each of you for embracing our switch to virtual student services. From counseling to tutoring and beyond, our professional team have worked hard to continue to meet your personal and academic needs online, and your adaptability has been deeply appreciated. There's a large student services village that proudly serves as champions of our learners' success. On behalf of them all, I want to say congratulations. And now, on to words of wisdom from one of your own. I'm pleased to call upon valedictorian Samantha Shields, graduate of the Personal Support Worker Program. Samantha?
Thank you. Congratulations to my fellow grads and families. We made it. Today I'm honored to be your 2021 valedictorian for the Health, Public Safety, and Community Studies here at Algonquin College. With COVID happening and not being able to be at the college physically, I struggled initially with the idea of not knowing anyone and not having a professor physically in front of me. I think many of us were. And the truth is, it has not been easy, and many of us face more challenges in our day-to-day lives. I am thankful I had a great experience of being the PSW program's class representative this past year. I was more than thrilled to represent my peers and help in any way that I could, and I still am. It gave me a chance to know how great my peers were and how excellent the staff here at Algonquin College are. I want to start off by thanking every staff member for giving it their all and for making today's success possible for each and every one of us. In addition to the everyday challenges of teaching us our program, the faculty had to work around the clock to change the way the students were being taught entirely and in a very short period of time due to the pandemic. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank them. If everything had gone according to plan, we would all be together today. But due to such uncertain times, we are doing our part and hosting virtually. This past year has been more challenging than words can express. Every student and family member had to adapt to the new college experience. Going to school during COVID meant internet issues taking on a whole new significance, desperately trying to find a quiet corner in our homes to hide away from distractions, figuring out around bright space, hearing about soaring COVID rates and wondering what that meant for our first job, focusing on school during a time that history will most likely look back as one of the most monumental events of our generation. Showing your top half on Zoom while being able to wear pajamas all day, there's always a silver lining, isn't there? We should be so proud that we made it this far with all the changes and challenges thrown our way. We pushed ourselves to do our very best, even on days when we did not want to learn. We took the time to build positive relationships, and we graduated during a global pandemic. I mean, how cool will that be able to say in the future? To the people we turned to for support along the way, our loved ones, our family, and our close friends. Even if we could not see them in person, we knew that they were there, and we owe them a huge thank you. Thank you. As we move forward today onto our next journey, remember, things change, and that's okay. Adapt and keep moving forward. We have proven that ability over and over again this past year. Remember to love yourself and take the time you need to stay happy and healthy. If you do not look after yourself, you will not be able to look after others. Anything you want moving forward depends on one thing only, and that is you. You determine your future, and you are the only person that can make it happen. I thought I would conclude with something I read on the internet. I mean, everything on the internet is true, right? The demand for personal support workers is higher than ever before. In 2020, there were more personal support workers retiring than starting their careers, and this trend is expected to continue in Canada with over 34,000 new job openings up by 2026. Many of you will go on to change the world, and the world needs people like us now more than ever. Thank you so much for choosing me as your class valedictorian, and congratulations, my fellow students of the 2021 Health, Public Safety, and Community Studies program.
Thank you. We now move to the part of the ceremony where we recognize our graduates. I would like to call upon the Dean to come to the podium to introduce the graduates. Dean Treklow?
Thank you, Chris. Good afternoon, everyone. I am your Dean, Jane Trakalo, and I am pleased to be here on behalf of the faculty and staff of the Faculty of Health, Public Safety, and Community Studies, who are very proud of our graduates and feel privileged to have been a part of their successful learning journeys. At this time, on behalf of Algonquin College, I would like to acknowledge the commitment and successes of the Faculty of Health, Public Safety, and Community Studies graduates. Mr. President, each of these graduates has dedicated themselves to successfully completing the requirements of their program. These individuals are ready to make their mark in their chosen career. It is with great pleasure and honor that I recommend them for graduation.
Thank you. It is my great pleasure now to welcome you, our graduates, as the newest members of the Algonquin College Alumni and Friends Network. We have now come to the end of our ceremony, and it has been a pleasure to celebrate with you today. I will now turn it back over to your Dean to continue the celebration. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021. Convocation is one of the highlights of the academic year, and it has been a pleasure celebrating with you today. I welcome you, our graduates, as our newest members of the Algonquin College Alumni and Friends Network. We are so proud of you. Before I go over next steps, please watch this video on how to stay connected with Algonquin College as alumni.
Algonquin College graduates are members of a connected community of over 200,000 alumni. They are leaders in their industries and champions for our learners.
The Alumni and Friends Network is, to me, very important because it's an opportunity to connect and stay connected to something that I loved. As chair of the Program Advisory Committee for the Social Service Worker Program, I still have an opportunity to align with fellow colleagues and alumni who also give back on a regular basis, and it feels good to give back.
Algonquin is like a family. A part of you always stays here, so stay connected, embrace these connections, all these support and resources.
We invite you to join our network of fellow grads. By staying connected, you will learn about the exciting improvements happening on our campuses. You will gain access to career and professional development opportunities and enjoy savings offered to you as proud alumni. So we invite you to stay connected at algonquincollege.com/alumni.
Graduates, I would now ask that you please click on your customized graduate slide on the Convocation website homepage. This is your moment to take a virtual walk across the stage. And even though the experience is different being at home, what has not changed is the hard work and dedication you have displayed to reach this point. You should be very proud of yourselves. I hope each of you will use this slide as a keepsake to remind yourself of your incredible accomplishments. Share your slide on social media, email it to your family and friends. Be proud. This is your moment to share with your community. After you have viewed your graduate slide, we invite you to connect with your professors and classmates through your program-specific reception. You have received your Zoom link via email. As your dean, thank you for joining us today. Have fun at your reception. If you cannot find your link, go to the help desk on the Convocation main page, and they will be able to help you. Congratulations, class of 2021.